Ever notice how the ones who move on the fastest are the ones we can't stop thinking about? It's strange, isn't it? You'd think silence makes someone forgettable, but nah, that's not how human emotion works. It's not the silence that sticks, it's the shift. It's not the absence she feels, it's the evolution. See, women don't miss you being gone. They miss the vibe you brought, the presence, the confidence, the way you made the air feel different when you walked in. So if you're going no contact thinking she'll come running back, you're missing the real power. She doesn't miss the quiet. She misses the glow up. Not because you tried to make her miss you, but because you stopped trying, period. Point 1. Stop explaining. Start becoming alright. Bro, listen close. If you ever catch yourself trying to explain your worth to a woman, stop. Because the moment you start explaining, you're already out of frame. You're trying to convince her of something she should have already felt. No long texts, no breakdowns of how you've changed. You don't prove change, you live it. You go silent, but you level up. You stop chasing, start transforming. Let your energy talk louder than your words ever could. She doesn't need to read a message to know you're different. She'll feel it in your vibe, your posture, your peace. That unspoken shift, more powerful than any "I've been working on myself" text. Point 2, stay where your power is. When she pulls back, most guys panic. They obsess over her stories, her DMS, her every move. And just like that, boom, they hand over all their power to someone who's already gone. But not you. You stayed locked in. Your routine, your growth, your peace. You're not waiting by the phone. You're not watching her feed. You're not checking who's in her life because you're too focused on your own. That stillness, that grounded energy, that's what rattles her. Not the silence, but the fact that you're still, unbothered, evolving. Power is staying rooted when she expected you to crumble. Point 3. Let her feel your absence in the room you're still in. Let me paint this picture. You don't need to ghost her. That's insecurity disguised as strength. Real power is when you're still there, but your energy isn't for her anymore. You laugh, you live, you shine, right in front of her, but none of that light reaches her like it used to. You're not cold, you're just unavailable. She'll look your way and realize something's missing. That spark, that attention, that connection, gone. Not because you left the room, but because you left her behind without moving an inch. Point 4. Cut the invisible strings. You can block her, delete the chats, unfollow everything, but if she's still running laps in your mind at 2 a.m., you're not free, you're just pretending. Most guys cut the physical ties, but forget about the mental leash, the what ifs, the replays, the fake scenarios in your head. That's the real trap. You don't heal by being quiet. You heal by reclaiming your peace. You stop watching her stories, not because you're forcing it, but because you genuinely don't care. Not bitter, peaceful. And that is when your energy shifts. Long before she feels the silence, she'll feel the detachment. Point 5. Don't be unavailable. Be unreachable. Let's break this down. Anyone can be unavailable. Ignore calls, stay offline. But unreachable? That's different. That's when she can't even touch your growth, your energy, your peace, no matter what. She might still have your number, but the version of you she knew, he doesn't exist anymore. You don't pull back to punish. You evolve so far, she can't even reach the pedestal you built. That's what gets to her, not your silence, but the fact that the old you, he's gone. Point 6, you don't have to move on. Just move up. They say move on like you need someone new. Nah, you don't need to move on. You need to move up. Upgrade your mindset, your health, your standards. Start living like the man you were meant to be. Not to prove a thing to her, but because staying stuck would be betrayal to your potential. And here's the truth. As you rise, she'll shrink in the story. Not because you hate her, but because your view changed. And by the time she wonders if she lost something rare, you'll already be too far ahead to even look back. Point 7. Your silence means nothing without substance. Here's where most men fumble. They go silent, thinking that's the magic move. But silence without substance, that's just noise. You can't just disappear and wait. That's not strength, that's hope. disguised as strategy. What is power? Going quiet and growing louder in your life, building, improving, glowing, letting your evolution be so obvious. She doesn't feel the silence. She feels the gap. She doesn't miss the message. She misses the man you've become. When you stop waiting to be chosen and start choosing yourself, that's when everything shifts.